I've had several requests for this particular poem, and no collection of poems, particular Scottish poems, would ever be complete without the greatest poem that was ever written by the greatest bard that ever lived, Robert Burns. It is, of course, Shanter, a tale. When Chapman Billies leave the street and drouthy neighbours meet, as market days are wearing late and folk begin to tak the gate, while we sit boozing at the nappy and getting fou and unco happy. We think now on the lang Scots miles, the mosses, waters, slaps and stiles that lie between us and our hame, where sits our sulky, sullen dame, girn her brews like gathering storm, nursing her wrath to keep it warm. This truth when honest Shanter, as he frae air in nichted canter, all day when ne'er a tune surpasses for honest men and bonny lasses. Ah, Tam, hadst thou but been so wise as ta'en thy name wife Kate's advice, she told thee weel thou was a skellum, a blethering, blustering, drunken blellum, that frae November till October, i market day thou wasna sober. That ilka melder wi' the miller, the sat as lang as thou had siller, that every naig was caught a shoon, the smith and knee got roaring foon. That Lord's house, even on Sunday, they drank the curtain gin till Monday. She prophesied that later sin there would be fun deep drinking doon, or catched wi' warlocks in the mark, by Alloway's old haunted kirk. Ah, gentle dames, it gars me greet, to think how mony counsel sweet, how mony lengthened sage advices, the husband free the wife despises. But to our tale, i market nicht, Tam had got planted Ankerrecht, fast by an ingle bleezing finely, wi' reaming swats that drank divinely, and at his elbow, Suitor Johnny, his ancient, trusty, drouthy crony. Tam looed him like a very brother, they had been fou for weeks together. The nicht drave on with sangs and clatter, and aye the ale was growing better. The landlady and Tam grew gracious, with secret favours sweet and precious. The suitor told his queerest stories, the landlord's laugh, was ready chorus. The storm without might rear and rustle, Tam didna mind the storm a whistle. Care, mad to see a man sae happy, in drink himsel amang the nappy, as bees fly hame wi' lades of treasure, the minutes wing their way with pleasure. Kings may be blessed, but Tam was glorious, o'er the ills of life victorious. But pleasures are like poppies spread, ye sees the flower, its bloom is shed, or like the snow falls in the river, a moment white, then melts forever, or like the borealis race that flitter you can point a place, or like the rainbow's lovely form, evanishing amid the storm. Nae man can tether time nor tide, the hour approaches, Tam and ride, that hour on this black arch the keystane, that dreary hour Tam mounts his beast in, and sic a nicht he taks the road in, as ne'er puir sinner was abroad in. The wind blew as 'twould blawn its last, the rattling showers was on the blast, the speedy gleams the darkness swallowed, loud deep and long the thunder bellowed. That night, a child micht understand, the deil had business on his hand. We'll mount it on his grey mare Meg, a better never lifted leg, Tam skelp it on through dub and mire, despising wind and rain and fire, whilst hodding fast his good blue bonnet, whilst crooning an old Scots sonnet, whilst glowering round with prudent cares, lest bogles catch him unawares, Kirkalla way was drawing nigh, where ghasts and hullets nichla cry. But this time he was cross the ford, for in the snow the chapman smoored, and past the birks and meikle stane, where drunken Charlie Bracksneck bane, and through the whins and by the cairn, where hunters fun the murdoch bairn, and near the thorn abin the well, where Mungo's mother hanged hersell. Before him downpours all its floods, the Dublin storm roars through the woods, the lightnings flash from pole to pole, near and more near the thunders roll. When, glimmering through the groaning trees, Kirkalloway seemed in a blaze. Through ilka bow the beams were glancing, and loud resounded mirth and dancing. Inspiring bold John Barleycorn, what dangers thou canst mak a scorn, wi' tippany, we fear nae evil, Usqua bay will face the devil. The swats se reamed in Tammy's noddle, fair play, he cared na deals a boddle, but Maggie stood rich sair astonished, till by the heel and hand admonished, she ventured forward on the licht, and vow, Tam saw an unca sicht. Warlocks and witches in a dance, they could tell young Brent you frae France, but hornpipes, jigs, spies and rails, put life and metal in their heels. A winnock bunker in the east, there sat old Nick in shape of beast, a toozy tyke, black, grim and large, to gie them music was his charge. He screwed the pipes and gart them skirl till roof and rafters o' the dirl. Coffins stood round like open presses that showed the deed in their last dresses, and by some devilish cantrip's licht, each in its called horn held a licht, by which heroic Tam was able to note upon the haly table a murderer's banes and gibbetairns, twa span long wee and crescent bairns, a thief new cutted frae a rape, wi' his last gasp his gap did gape, 5 tomahawks wi' blood red wristed, 5 scimitars wi' murder crusted, a garter which a babe had strangled, a knife a feather's throat had mangled. From his ain son of life bereft, the grey hairs yet stuck to the heft, wi' mair o' horrible and awfu', which even to name would be unlawfu'. As Tammy glowered, amazed and curious, the mirth and fun grew fast and furious. The piper loud and louder blew, the dancers quick and quicker flew, the reel they set, the cross they cleekit, till Kirkall and swat and reek it, and coosed her duddies to the wark, and link it at it in her sack. The Tam, oh Tam, had they been queens, all plump and strapping in their teens, their sacks instead of creasy flannin, been snow white, 1700 linen. Their breeks in mine, my only pair, that yins were plush or gibbly hair, I wad to gain them off my hurdies, for ae blink o' the bonny birdies. But other beldams, all in drawl, rugwiddy hags wad spin a foal, louping and flinging on a crummock, so Warner didna turn nigh stomach. But Tam ken what was what for brawly. There was winsome wench and Wally, that night enlisted in the corps, lang after kenned and carrot shore, for mony a beastie did she shot, and perish mony a bonny boat, and shoot baith meikle corn and bear, and kept the countryside in fear. Her cutty sack, o' paisley harn, that while a lassie she had worn, in longitude, though sorely scanty, it was her best, and she was vanty. Ah, little kenned I reverent granny, that sat she coughed for her wee nanny, with 12 pund Scots, 'twas all her riches, whatever graced a dance o' witches. But hear my muse, her wingman cur, sic flichts so far beyond her power, to sing her nanny lap and flang a supple jade she was and strang, and how Tam stood like Cain bewitched, and thought his very een enriched, even Satan glowered and fidged for fain, and hoached and blew and micht and main, till first he caper sin another, Tam tint his reason altogether, and roars out, "Well done, Cutty Sark!" And in an instant, all was dark. And scarcely had Maggie rallied, when out the hellish legion sallied. As bees buzz out wi' angry fight when plundering herds assail their bike. As open pussies mortal foes when purchase sarch before their nose. As eager runs the market crowd when catch the thief resounds aloud. So Maggie runs the witches follow when Mony and Eldred screeching hollow. O Tam, thou'll get thy fern, and hell they'll roast thee like a hern. In vain thy Kate awaits thy coming, Kate soon will be a woeful woman. Now do thy speedy utmost, Meg, and win the keystone o' the brig. There at them thou the tail may toss, a running stream they darena cross. But ere the keystone she could make, the faint a tail she had to shake. For Nanny, far before the rest, hard upon noble Maggie pressed, and flew at them with furious ettle. But little was she Maggie's mettle. Ye spring brocht over Maister Hill, but left behind her ain grey tail. The garland clutched her by the rump, and left poor Maggie scarce a stump. Now, all this tale of truth shall read, ilk man and mother's son, tak heed, whene'er to drink ye're inclined, or cutty sarks run in your mind. Think ye may buy the joys of our dear, remember, Tam o' Shanter's mair.